That will call to order a regularly scheduled meeting of the New Bern Board of Adjustment. The Board of Adjustment is a quasi-judicial body that consists of 10 regular members and 3 alternate members. No more than 9 regular members are appointed by the Board of Aldermen and reside within the city. At least 1 regular member is appointed by the County Board of Commissioners and resides within the city's extraterritorial planning area. The members must be able and willing to commit the necessary time and energy to carry out the responsibilities required for the position and must attend approximately 2-hour meetings on the last Monday night of each month. All members have the ability to read and understand complex land ownership and development issues. Members also have backgrounds related to law, real estate, banking, building, environmental groups, governmental agencies, community organizations, etc. The responsibility of this Board of Adjustment is to hear and decide appeals, applications for special use permits, and variances. Can I have the roll call, please?
Sarah Appleback is excused. Beth Walker.
Here.
Peter Adolph is excused. Alfred Barfield is absent. Benjamin Beasley. Here. Kenneth Brown.
Here.
John Riggs.
Here.
Richard Parsons.
Here.
Lois Jameson is absent. Jeffrey Midget.
Here.
Steve Strickland.
Here.
John Merrill.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum. And at this point in time, we would typically review the meeting minutes. We have no meeting minutes to review tonight. So I will move on to swearing in those who wish to speak. Because the Board of Adjustment is a quasi-judicial board, all who will be speaking tonight, I would ask that you please come forward and be sworn in at the podium. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give to the board in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God? All right, thank you. You may be seated. Tonight we have one item of new business, and that is the consideration of a special use permit request to construct and operate a state employees credit union branch on 4.16 acre tract of land. This property is located at 201 Howell Road and is further identified in Craven County Tax Book 7001 as lot 20,000. Mr. McCoy, would you tell us about the project?
Yes. Acting Chair Beth Walker, members of the board. This is a project that went before our department review on April 1st. The applicant, Summit Engineering and Design, is requesting a special use permit to operate a state employees credit union on a 4.16 acre site. The property is located at 201 Howell Road. It is further identified in Craven County as tax parcel 7-001-20,000. This project, before any permits are issued, the applicant is supposed to have all permits in place. The reason that we are here, because this project sits on a parcel greater than 2 acres. The size of this credit union is approximately 8,500 square feet. And the applicant proposes to construct this. It would meet all of the requirements of the land use ordinance. As I stated earlier, we went before our department review on April 1st. All of the city departments are in agreement, and the project so far is in compliance. At this time, I'll be more than happy to address any questions from the board.
Just a couple of questions, Mr. McCoy. Notice there's a city-owned lot that kind of across the back of this property. Has the city's access and use of that for whatever purpose it may needed been addressed in the departmental reviews?
Absolutely. Along the rear of this property, right in front of the railroad tracks, there's access for the Outback restaurant, which is located to the right of it if you're facing the property, and for any other development.
Near the rail, the train tracks,
Yes,
could you point that out? Oh, with the boundary?
if you look where that line is, you see the dash line along. Up a little better. Right before the train tracks, or right under the train tracks, you'll see a bold line, and there underneath that you'll see a dash line, and that's that access point. There. It's approximately 719 feet, linear feet, so it's a long stretch.
Okay.
Okay, and kind of building off that a little bit, I guess the Port Investors Access Lane is what's there. Port Investors LLC has the traffic work that's been done and kind of overseen on this factored potential future development leading back to the waterfront area back there and any issues that may create with the neighboring driveways?
Yes. NCDOT, they're part of our departmental review process. They have reviewed the plans and it meets all their requirements, even for future access. And part of our process, adjacent property owners within 100 feet are notified. One was the railroad, and we have not heard any responses from anyone. If the board has no further questions, I have two representatives here for the project, and they'll be ready to address any questions that you might have.
Thank you, Mr. McCoy. Now I'll ask the applicant to come forward and present the project to us.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Chad Abbott. I am the land development manager for Summit Design Engineering. I have here with me Aaron Hutchins, one of our project engineers, as well as Ms. Silverthorne, who is one of the branch managers of the bank that will be relocating here. And before you, again, you have a project for plus or minus 8,500 square foot state employees credit union. It will be a new prototype being built that supersedes the previous prototypes you see in other locations, and will be a relocation for the existing branch that is in the old bank or parcel out on the other side of town. So as Mr. McCoy explained, we are here because our use as a bank is allowed in this district. The property is suited for this use. However, because our site is in excess of 2 acres, we have to acquire a special use permit, being that it's a bank. I would be happy to answer any questions. It's been a pleasure working with your staff through the Development Review Committee. We've met with them twice, once informally, once formally during their process, and have addressed all their comments. They've been satisfied, as well as DOT. We've discussed the cross-access several times. We even relocated our driveway to accommodate some DOT's comments. So we've addressed all those comments. We are in compliance with your land use ordinance. And, you know, with this, and in accordance with the staff's recommendation, per section 1554 findings of fact that we've submitted, and given the application, our plans, the narratives, and any testimony here tonight, we would respectfully request your approval of our application, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Board, do you have any questions for the applicant? Now we had a complete package with the site plans and the drawings, elevations of the buildings, as well as all of the staff review comments. and then how the applicant had responded, like he said, and changed their plans to meet the staff review comments.
Does this close your, does this replace your facility on 70 West?
The one, it's a lease, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that is it?
Relocation, yes, sir.
That's the one on Ben Burning?
No,
No.
No,
70.
70,
Coming in from Havelock.
yeah. That's right. It's a non-typical branch. You know, the one that they're in now is kind of a small, older lease building. It's not a typical branch you might see other locations.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is there any other information to be provided by the applicant? Anybody else want to speak to that? Is there any public comment? No public here. I think everybody's related to the credit union.
You can make a motion to close the public hearing.
Okay. Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor of closing the public hearing portion of this meeting? Say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. As we all know up here, and the applicant may know as well from filling out their application, there are 6 factors that we need to discuss and consider in order to issue this special use permit. The first factor is that the requested use is in according to the table of permissible uses.
Oh, I think it is. It's so zoned for it.
Well, that was certainly the information we got in our packet. Would you like to turn that into a motion for us?
I motion that we accept the plan as being feasible or being that it's zoned for it, then we'll abide by that zoning order and move forward with it.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Can I get a roll call vote for the first fact?
Beth Walker,
Yes.
Alfred Barfield,
Yes.
Kenneth Brown,
Yes.
Benjamin Beasley,
Yes.
Jeffrey Midget,
Yes.
John Merrill,
Yes.
Richard Parsons,
Yes.
John Riggs,
Yes.
Steve Strickland.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The second factor that we are asked to consider is that the application that's brought before us tonight is complete.
I would like to move that, based on the documents that submitted and my review of them, that I believe that the application is complete.
We have a motion.
Did he make a motion?
He made a
I
motion.
second that motion.
Have a motion and a second. Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Beth Walker,
Yes.
Alfred Barfield,
Yes.
Kenneth Brown,
Yes.
Benjamin Beasley,
Yes.
Jeffrey Midget,
Yes.
John Merrill,
Yes.
Richard Parsons,
Yes.
John Riggs,
Yes.
Steve Strickland.
Yes.
Motion carries.
If completed as proposed in this application, we need to consider if this development will comply with all the requirements of the ordinance.
On the motion.
I already, the whole plan is going to send back to the board, and I make a motion that we accept this particular one here.
Second.
We have a motion and a second that this development will comply with the requirements of the ordinance. Can we have a roll call vote?
Beth Walker,
Yes.
Alfred Barfield,
Yes.
Kenneth Brown,
Yes.
Benjamin Beasley,
Yes.
Jeffrey Midget,
Yes.
John Merrill,
Yes.
Richard Parsons,
Yes.
John Riggs,
Yes.
Steve Strickland.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The fourth area of consideration is that this use will not materially endanger the public health or safety.
Which motion?
unless there's a discussion. No one had many questions about this in terms of safety, and I think the development has been, has been reviewed and satisfied, so.
What I motion, if it adheres to as proposed, I see no health, safety, or public endangerment along with this project, and that it should be approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Can I get a roll call vote for number 4?
Yes. Beth Walker,
Yes.
Alfred Barfield,
Yes.
Kenneth Brown,
Yes.
Benjamin Beasley,
Yes.
Jeffrey Midget,
Yes.
John Merrill,
Yes.
Richard Parsons,
Yes.
John Riggs,
Yes.
Steve Strickland.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We did have some discussion about the adjoining properties. The 5th area of consideration is that this use will not substantially reduce the value of the adjoining or abutting properties.
It's vacant land, I'm sure it'll be welcome to the area. Nothing there? Yeah.
Looking forward to having credit union there.
I move that based on the information submitted, that this development will not substantially reduce the value of the adjoining abutting property.
I have a motion
Second.
and a second. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Beth Walker,
Yes.
Alfred Barfield,
Yes.
Kenneth Brown,
Yes.
Benjamin Beasley,
Yes.
Jeffrey Midget,
Yes.
John Merrill,
Yes.
Richard Parsons,
Yes.
John Riggs,
Yes.
Steve Strickland.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And the final point of consideration is that concerns the character of the use. If this project is developed according to the plans submitted and approved, that it will be in harmony with the area which it is to be located in, and in general conformity with the plan or development of the city.
Just to ask the question, do we need to reference the proposed condition in this line item, or you want to do that as a separate?
Do it as
Okay.
separate. Thank you, though, because we're running out of items.
I make a motion that we accept the location and character of the use. By there not being anything there, it will help develop the area and make it in harmony with the buildings that's there.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Can I get a roll call vote for number 6?
Beth Walker,
Yes.
Alfred Barfield,
Yes.
Kenneth Brown,
Yes.
Benjamin Beasley,
Yes.
Jeffrey Midget,
Yes.
John Merrill,
Yes.
Richard Parsons,
Yes.
John Riggs,
Yes.
Steve Strickland.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we have 6 areas of consideration covered, and we have also been asked to consider a condition from the city, as Mr. Strickland brought up, that the State Employees Credit Union provide ADA compliant sidewalks the full length of the development adjacent to Howell Road.
I move that we impose that condition.
Second.
Do we need a roll call vote for that?
Yes.
All right, I would like for a vote for that motion in second.
Beth Walker,
Yes.
Alfred Barfield,
Yes.
Kenneth Brown,
Yes.
Benjamin Beasley,
Yes.
Jeffrey Midget,
Yes.
John Merrill,
Yes.
Richard Parsons,
Yes.
John Riggs,
Yes.
Steve Strickland.
Yes.
Carries.
Well, as we have found this project to fulfill all 6 of our considerations for a special use permit, and we have imposed a condition on that special use permit, can I have a motion that we approve their special use permit?
So move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve this permit? Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Beth Walker,
Yes.
Alfred Barfield,
Yes.
Kenneth Brown,
Yes.
Benjamin Beasley,
Yes.
Jeffrey Midget,
Yes.
John Merrill,
Yes.
Richard Parsons,
Yes.
John Riggs,
Yes.
Steve Strickland.
Yes.
Passes.
Thank you, everyone. We have a permit.
Is this on for school teachers, this credit union, is for everybody?
For members of the credit union. We have no other new business this evening.
I move that we adjourn.
I second it.
Well, that's the shortest Board of Adjustment meeting on record.
All in
We're
favor?
adjourned. Oh, all in favor? Aye, okay. Anybody opposed? All right, now we're adjourned.